Last week, Tony and myself visited Dobbie's garden centre in Swansea. We were looking for an arbour, a wooden archway to go in our garden. We think we found the right one, but I wanted to go back this week with my parents just to get a second opinion before we pick it up and just to make sure that it's the right one for us. And on the way, we stopped off for some Welsh cakes in the market. So, come back now to Dobbie's with my parents to have a look at the arbour. So, what did you think? No, it won't come like that.
See what I meant about the screws there? Where?
Yes, I can see now.
And that's the adjustment there.
So that can be brought in closer together.
Can be brought in through those 2 feet.
Yeah.
See, that's touch it.
Gothic border edging. That's lovely. Futinia Magical Volcano. £50. Lovely. What have we got over that side?
15.
Oh yeah.
It's a different one.
Nice leaves.
That's a little red top.
Oh, I've got them. Love a red robin.
That's 30. That's only 14.
£50. What's this one here? Just a basic red robin. I do like the leaves on that one.
Oh, tipped up.
I know, they need to be straightened up. Dry they are, they need a good water.
That's really tipped over.
Yeah, shall I get that one? I don't need it, but I don't need anything, do I? But I like the leaves.
Did I look at that one? Oh, no.
No, you didn't say no, so that means yes, get it. That's a nice one, the one you're holding in your hand.
So I did that. So I like that one then.
Do you?
That's full up.
Yes. Yes, let's have that one then. I like the leaf.
That looks best. It's more blue for that. I'm going to lean over and go and put that one up. Just gotta
You've got to pick it up. There we are, put them all tidy.
Right, you like.
Yeah, they need a water because they're quite light.
So I did that one.
Yeah. I think the fuller one. I don't know where I'm going to put it, mind. Lovely. Pretty leaves. So it's Saturday now, the 17th of January, and I've been out this morning just having a little look around the garden, especially sort of this area here. So the area in front of me here, that's where the arbor is going to sit, just across there. So really, I need to be thinking about moving some of these roses to accommodate that. And there's also a few other parts of the garden that are going to need a little bit of looking at in the spring. So let's go and have a look at that now and see what changes I've got planned. So one of the first things that you notice when I come out through the back door is this lovely yucca rostrata that I've got growing in a terracotta pot. Well, we've both decided that this isn't really going to flourish in a pot, so we would like to be putting this into the ground in the springtime. So really we've been looking around the garden to see where we can accommodate it, because it is quite a large plant. So the only place that we can think of, the sun is quite strong today, is as we move around the garden now, you can see that this is where I've got a little oval bed where we've got a trachycarpus and a tree fern as the main specimens. And just in front of that, there's a small bed there with quite a large, well, it's growing quite large now. That's a bamboo. And this area here would be the ideal place just to pop that yucca. So obviously I'll have to remove this bamboo and place it somewhere else in the garden. And we will be digging in lots of grit into this area and mounding it up and just placing in the yucca rostrata. It'll have plenty of sunlight here, and I think, to be honest, that's going to be an ideal place. So if we just move around the garden, and you can see then around the other side where it'll be. So it'll be ideal there really, as we don't walk around it. And I have moved the large grasses from this area, so it'll get plenty of sunshine there all through the summer months. And also looking at the other side of the bed, I've got these lovely phormiums here that are glowing in the sunlight today, but these have grown quite a bit larger than I was expecting. So I know we've got a Maori queen here and a jester. So there's 3 now along here, and they were quite small when they were put in. So what I'm planning on doing, so that's where the yucca will be going, just over that side. So what I'm planning on doing as well is just lifting up some of these plants, and I think placing this larger one somewhere different. So the centre bed, where the roses are currently, I think some of them roses can go into pots, and this side maybe I'll place the bamboo. That'll give us a little bit of height in the garden. And just over the other side, if I can get out of the sun, this area here will be an ideal area to put Tony's agave. So the plan is to build up an area there and incorporate plenty of drainage with plenty of grit and some large stones, and just build a little raised area there so that we can keep Tony's agave in the ground rather than in a pot. So looking at it now from the other side, where that euphorbia is, that'll be where Tony's agave will probably be going. And if we look into the greenhouse there, you can just see that at the moment that agave is just sitting in the greenhouse overwintering. Now walking down the garden path down to the very bottom of the garden, sort of behind the greenhouse area, I think this here, there's a little bit of a gap there, and I think that'll be an ideal area to place one of the phormiums. And we've already got a nice bit of height here with a Photinia Crunchy, and that's doing well. And we've got the Wolfenii Euphorbia, and just in that area there, if it's all going to go well, that's where the Arundodontax will grow up and give us quite a bit of height in this area. So 2 weeks ago, I was asked to contribute to a collaboration with a YouTube channel, and that was Eddie at Weoley Tropicals, who is based up in Birmingham, and he has made a video about tropical gardens with under 3,000 subscribers and what plans we've got for 2026, and would we make a short little video, and he has put a video together which is out now, and so I will add that to the end so that you can follow along and just follow as tropical gardeners on our journey. And so a quick update on the arbour. As you know, I've cleared the space here now, ready to place it in the ground. And we went to Dobbie's on Thursday and had a little look at it, only to find out that they were unable to buy in store and they've got to be ordered online. So that now has been ordered, and that'll be here in a few weeks. And just taking a look now inside the greenhouse. The lovely yucca that I've got in here is taking up quite a lot of space. So I've decided that I'm going to take that indoors as a house plant, and that can sit in the corner of my living room throughout the winter. It may stay there. See how it looks. So it's currently 6.1 degrees inside the greenhouse. And my oleander, looking at it, is doing really well. So I don't know how low this will go, and I may have to bring it inside. But at the moment, it's doing fine. Lovely leaves on that. And so far, no damage whatsoever from the cold. Let's have a look inside the tree fern. I remove this every now and again just to have a look inside. Yes, they're doing okay. Lovely bit of growth in there. Just a quick weekly check-up, and I'll put the fleece back on and keep it safe. There we are. Keep that well covered up now through any of these colder moments that we're going to be having. And the loquat tree, so far so good. It seems to be doing okay through the winter months, and the growth on that, or the leaves, are looking in really good health there. Excellent news. And Tony's lovely pot that he bought a few weeks ago, ready to put his agave in. He has said that I can have that for one of my roses. So I think that pot will look really nice with a rose in it. And so this year I've taken the decision not to prune any of my plum trees. And you know that I've got 2 plum trees in the garden. And it's lovely to see, I don't know if you can notice there, that there is new growth just starting to emerge on the branches. You can just see the little swellings there. Spring is on its way, everyone. And another job that I need to get done is just to trim back some of the old clematis, ready for next year's growth, but I'll hang on a few weeks for that. And looking outside the greenhouse now, my poor Salvia Amistad has definitely come to the end. So just making a few plans for later on in the season. And it's always nice just to plan ahead and just to share any ideas. So just give me some feedback on my thoughts and see if you think that would be a good area to put the yucca. Now, I don't really use that pathway there too often, so I just thought it would be a good place to put it, as you won't be passing it, as it is quite spiky. And we are pushed a little bit for space, and it will be needing quite a bit of drainage there. So just some ideas for the springtime. And even though it's January, just look at those leaves there on the Schefflera. There's a Schefflera taiwaniana. And I'm going to go inside now and have a cup of coffee, as my fingertips are absolutely freezing out here. So there's plenty still going on, even though it's mid-January. And I do hope that you've enjoyed watching, and I'll catch up with you next time. Bye for now.